Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I have my good friends with me, and we're actually going to talk about GTA 6. We're going to talk about the trailer, of course, because we didn't get a chance to talk about it. And we're going to talk about what our expectations really for the next game. I do have some talking points that we're probably going to go off of, but I wanted everybody's like raw opinion on this, man. Like, seriously. So let's first talk about the GTA 6 trailer. Like, how did y'all feel about the trailer?
Personally, I was kind of blown away. That a lot of the cinematics and kind of engine that they're kind of moving forward with kind of resembles the Red Dead 2 stuff that they got going on.
Yeah.
And it really, really, really does make a difference in how the engine looks in general compared to GTA 5, I find.
Yeah.
And it looks amazing. I mean, off the first glance.
Yeah, actually, it looks amazing. I actually seen a video that they did a side by side comparison with GTA 5 and GTA 6. Like right now, GTA 5 looks very outdated, and it's just crazy because like the level of detail that they had inside this game, especially there was one shot right that they had where it was like, I think it was like a bridge and it was over the ocean.
Yeah.
It was clean, dude. It looked like somebody literally took a photograph of down there and was like, yo, here. And bro, it looked amazing, man. It looked amazing. And then, did you see like the render distance and stuff? Like how far the render, like all of that looked like it was actually in-game engine, like running.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I know. That's what kind of looked crazy. In fact, I saw some things online where a couple of different shots that you see from the sky are actually the same cell phone shots that you're seeing from the characters on the ground. So,
Yeah.
that's super impressive. Like the whole thing with where they're doing like the burnouts in the street and they're doing the takeover, and there's like the girls like doing booty shakes on the roof of the car, and someone's filming them with a cell phone camera. Well, when they pan out and they do the shot from the sky, you can actually see those girls and the dude with the cell phone camera.
Yeah. Speaking about the cell phone camera, you know what the crazy part is? I watched the video. This guy zooms inside of the cell phone camera, and it's actually mirroring exactly what it's actually showing. Like the camera is actually showing what's there. And but if you look at like the GTA 5 like characters and stuff, and when they pull out their phones, it just pops up with a menu. Yeah, it doesn't matter if they're taking a picture or not, it's just a menu. But this one actually, if they're taking, like the lady was taking a picture of the building and in the camera was the building. Like, I was like, oh yeah, that's fire. That's fire.
I know one thing that's actually impressive too. I know a lot of people were talking about the hair physics and the body shapes. I think that they really nailed it with the body shapes of different people. You got bigger people, smaller people, muscular people, and it really, really, really looks accurate more than any game I've ever seen before, and especially the hair physics. I think those might be hands down the best hair physics in any game, to be honest.
Yeah.
The textures that go with those peds and those models.
Yeah.
Really well done.
Yeah. Especially there was one shot where she like flips her hair and you can literally see like the physics. Like you can see every single strand actually going over her shoulder. Like Rockstar's on another level, bro. Rockstar's on another level, dude. Like their developers, they know what they're doing, dude. Like every single strand of hair. Like, and I paid close attention. I was like, this is just amazing. Like,
my question is the filming process being done through something like a Rockstar editor, or is it something else, or it's just like rendered footage that they've kind of developed just for the trailer? Or is some of the stuff that we're seeing actually like in-game?
Well, in the
engine,
I believe in the beginning, it actually said it was all in-game engine stuff, and it did look in-game. Like a lot of it looked like that was like it looked believable. Like it looked like, okay, well, this looks like this could be some real in-game engine stuff. Like, but I believe in the beginning of the trailer, it said it was in-game engine, but the only reason why I think it was too is because it's not like the graphics are like super crazy, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, they just look like more high res GTA 5. Like, just, you know, you could tell it's a better engine. Like, it just looks more detailed, more polished, more, you know, more fleshed out a little bit more. But you could tell this looks like a GTA game. Like, you know, just, I don't know, like, I don't know, but I believe it was actually in-game engine though.
I mean, I'd love to know. I'd love to find out. I mean, it's definitely super impressive for us looking at it just from based on what we're seeing, but you know, how does what we're seeing translate to gameplay is one of my main questions. Because I mean, we've seen this kind of trend with a lot of video game companies. Not to say Rockstar, because they're very reputable and always stand behind a lot of what they say.
Yeah,
but you know, you can't trust what you're seeing in trailers that often these days.
So I actually just Googled it now. They said, yeah, the trailer for the GTA 6 was in-game footage.
Then that's amazing.
That is amazing. Oh crap, I just cussed. That is freaking amazing, man.
That's amazing.
That is amazing, bro. Like, that is just amazing, bro. But like I said, I believe it. Like, just take a look Red Dead Redemption 2. Look how long that game came out, and you still boot that game up. That game is still amazing, bro. That game looks so amazing. There's times where I'm just like, yo, this looks better than a lot of the games that are coming out now. I'm like, and this game came out years ago, bro. Years ago.
Yeah.
And that game looks amazing, especially with running with mods.
Yeah, and based off of that, and based off of the Red Dead 2 engine, I do believe that was in-game footage as well. What I'm wondering is I wonder if they're gonna put that same level of detail that they did with Red Dead 2. I know with like the horses and stuff. So I wonder if they're gonna do the same thing, but you know, transmit it to the cars or way people move, or
so
those are things I'm definitely gonna be looking for.
Actually, so during the leak, right? During the leak, there was a part in the leak where they were inside of this like this diner, and they were robbing the diner, right? And if you looked at the options, right, it actually was the same options that they've had in Red Dead Redemption 2, like the way that they did like the robberies in Red Dead Redemption 2 and stuff like that, how you talk to people and everything like that. They actually had exactly the same thing. So I believe they're actually taking a lot of stuff, because I know that Rockstar doesn't update Red Dead Redemption 2 a lot, but everybody really liked the style of Red Dead Redemption 2, like the way that like you interact with people and different stuff like that. Like that style was really good, and I'm glad that they converted that over into GTA 6 also too.
Yeah. Do you think that with the social media stuff, do you think that random events can happen in the city, and it's just going to cause people to pull off their phones and start recording it or going live? Do you think that we see something, something that deep?
That's actually a good question. That's actually a really good question. Like, honestly, what I think they might start doing something like that, where they might have some random stuff. Because I noticed that in the trailer, it looked like they're really trying to bring out the social media aspect a lot more in this, especially because it's more relatable now to a lot of like the new gen or whatever. So, but I believe they might have some stuff like that, where some random stuff might just happen, where you're driving around, see a bunch of people with cell phones, or honestly, that might be the way now that you might, get the police called on you or something, or something like that. Who knows, man? They might have some crazy stuff. Like, yeah, yo, we still got cell phone footage of your car, because I know now, like the way that the police are now, they're supposed to be responding like more realistic. Like, they're not just gonna just pop up out the blue and this and that. They don't just run inside of the buildings. They'll actually like surround the buildings and stay out and try to like convince you to come out or something like that. And then at least until they get more men, and then they'll rush in, but they'll do it like tactical. So I'm waiting to see how that's gonna play out.
Another thing is, it's like I wonder how many different real life things that they're going to put in this game. Whether it's going to a movie, playing a video game, going to the gym. I wonder how many of those little aspects that they're going to put into this game. I know over the years they've, it's been spread out between, different GTAs. But I really want to see how far they take it this time.
I got a feeling they're gonna take it pretty far with this one, because I actually heard like they're doing a lot of interiors now. Like there's gonna be a lot more interiors. But you know what? I really do hope that they bring back like the working out, like how they did in San Andreas.
Like, yeah, I know a lot of people didn't like that, but I personally liked it. I like, having to watch my weight or go to the gym, or, I thought it was a really cool system. I would love to see it implemented again.
Yeah,
I hope they rework it now because with FiveM, they do have like a whole stat system that a lot of people have been developing, and you have to go to the gym, get your stamina up, get your strength up, and those things will allow you to like run faster, run longer, be stronger with melee weapons when your strength is up, or like the chances of you getting knocked down are less, and you get back up quicker after hitting the ground or being knocked out or whatever. So there's like a lot of cool stuff that I think also the world of modding is going to kind of influence how GTA 6 is going to be made. That's what really excites me personally, as someone who gets into RP and role-playing servers and stuff like that. I find like how that aspect of GTA 6 is going to make the role-playing aspect of GTA 6 like even way next level than what GTA 5 is right now, right?
Yeah.
And it's really popular right now. Like people are still playing GTA 5 on FiveM servers, and people are still grinding that game even years later. So like, that says a lot about how good the game is in general, and just terms of playability and replayability. People are still obsessed with GTA, so it's it's going to be exciting to see how they kind of like blend the online world and the FiveM world.
Yeah,
especially now that they own FiveM too, right? So like,
yeah, it's going to be dope. I can't wait to see that too, because I feel like this next one, especially because now that they own FiveM, I got a feeling the next one, whatever they're going to call it, 5.6 or whatever, M5, M6, 6M, whatever they want to call it these days. But I feel like now that they're more open to like the modding community, it's going to open a lot more doors, because they were pretty closed to the modding community for GTA 5, and that's why, a lot of stuff is kind of like, the modding community does a great job, but there is some janky stuff sometimes that comes with it. But
for sure,
now with them actually being open, it might end up being like a Bethesda type thing where they're just open to modders, like how Skyrim, and people have made a whole different freaking game from Skyrim. Like Skyrim is no longer just Skyrim, it's whatever the heck you dream it can be now. You want to ride on Puff the Magic Dragon, boom, you're riding on Puff the Magic Dragon. You want to ride on Thomas the Tank Engine, you're riding on Thomas the Tank Engine. Like if no, you said what, bro?
Now that's one thing I did want to talk about, because I've seen a lot of chatter on the internet about this, and I'm actually glad we brought this point up. Now with GTA 6 not releasing on PC, do you think that Rockstar is going to implement some type of modding, themselves, or do you think they're still going to give it to modders and let them have loose at it?
I feel like they might do both. And the reason why I think they might do both is because Rockstar sees how profitable that crap can be. Like it, and Rockstar's all about money, dude. They seen how profitable like FiveM is. Like FiveM is big. Like FiveM is like, I think like the next biggest streaming thing on Twitch besides like Minecraft. And I don't even know if Minecraft's even first still. Like I haven't been on Twitch in a while, but I know FiveM is like one of the biggest ones on there that's streamed at all times. Like there's rappers playing it, there's what's it called, so it's profitable. especially some of those assets, man. You got people out here buying virtual houses and can't even afford their rent. They're paying $700 for a virtual house, but getting kicked out tomorrow. Like, like, trust me, yo, Rockstar sees how profitable that thing is, yo.
Yeah, so you think, I guess so you think that they're going to dip their hand in it themselves this time and offer some of the mods?
Yeah, I feel like they might try to like do something where, I don't want to say purchase assets or anything like that, but they might have it where you might start purchasing some houses. If they don't implement it inside of their like in their online mode, they're definitely going to implement it in 6M.
Yeah, can you see them doing something to where it allows mods to be, on console this time around? Something like akin to Skyrim, if they're going to be doing this hybrid, we're going to have mod assets that we're going to sell, and then of course we'll let the community do mods as well. Do you see it, mods coming to console as well?
Nah, I don't see mods coming to console. Not with Rockstar. Like if it was maybe Bethesda, I could see that because Bethesda be trying to hold on, but with Rockstar. Nah, Rockstar's like, yeah, dude, we got way too much money to worry about that right now. Like, we know y'all gonna buy this game regardless. Like,
and normally I would agree. Normally I would agree to something like that, but I don't know this time around. With them bringing it to console first and kind of holding back on PC, I do think that their focus on console this time around is going to be a lot bigger.
No, but they do that every GTA though. It's always dropped on console first and then comes out on PC like I believe like a year or something later, like 6 months later or something like that. And but they've been doing that for a while now with that.
Especially, I know, but with 5M being as big as it is, a lot of people are really confused on why they wouldn't drop it day and date with PC, especially as big as 5M is.
I don't know. It probably has to do something with like the mods, the way the mods work. Honestly, I don't know how the mods even work or not, or because I know for like Skyrim, there's certain mods that you can only get on PC that you can't get on console like at all.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's like something with like the technical issues or anything like that, but honestly I couldn't even tell you, man. But I believe there might be something like that. So I think it's just easier for them to probably just put it on PC versus, what's it called? Especially when you look at all the other ones that's already still on PC, like with 5M, Red M, and stuff like that. I feel like they're just gonna just keep continuing it. But who knows? Because now since they purchased it, who knows, man? They might do some crazy stuff, man. Who knows, man?
I'd like to see them integrate that stuff, as of day one into the PC version for our peers and people who are dedicated loyalists to like the 5M community. I'd like to see Rockstar do something just to implement all of the same things,
right?
To make it easier for people to kind of bring that to life. Because I mean, they know that people are going to be RPing. They know that.
Right.
So, maybe finding a way to give people that access, especially like people who are in the streaming community, content creators, and from what I'm hearing, Rockstar might be trying to position themselves in a way to reach out to certain content creators, to do some stuff, I think, promotionally, so that when GTA 6 comes out, they can gain some points with the community and they can gain some points with the fans. And if they're smart, I'm assuming that that's something that they're definitely doing. They're definitely reaching out to people within the community, and I think maybe grabbing some feedback and some input from those people that are in the community is a very smart thing to do. It's kind of like, like when you do product testing, and you bring people in to test the product, but in this sense you could kind of get all this feedback without ever even showing them the product, right? So for them, I'm hoping that they're receptive to the feedback of the 5M community and just to the gaming community in general. But it looks like GTA and Rockstar is like working hard to provide like a quality, top level quality experience. So it's all in their hands now at this point. We're just gonna sit back and and hope for the best, I guess, right?
Right. So let me ask y'all this: how do y'all feel about the protagonist? Well, both of them, I guess, in this case.
I kind of like it. It's like a Bonnie and Clyde situation going on. I really hope that they keep the mechanic of being able to switch in between them both in real time. Except for, I guess, scenes when like the two characters are hanging out together, but maybe still even being able to kind of like float in between the first player and the second player, right? Just at any time, like you did in GTA 5, because that mechanic was amazing, right? Like you're playing 3 different people at all times.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing. Like it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought it was fire being able to switch between all of them and everything too.
What's that, Bridge?
No, I was saying I hope they keep it too. That system was really great in GTA, and I do hope they keep it as well. So I agree to that point.
So I believe they actually are, because there was on the trailer, right? So if you noticed on the trailer, it's actually, if you play it backwards, that's how the beginning scene actually goes, where I believe that she gets arrested, right, for them robbing the store, and then she gets this ankle monitor on her what's it called, because there's actually a shot with her having an ankle monitor on, right? And I believe she's limited on where she can go. So you have to switch probably between the other dude, Jason, in order to actually go someplace else where she can't go because of her ankle monitor. And I believe that's how they're going to keep it limited. Like, you know how like the old GTA games, you can like traverse the whole, like, you know, the whole thing. You know, they had like sections blocked off. I believe that's actually what they're going to do with this one. And I believe they're bringing that back. Even though on GTA 5 it was like completely open, but on this one though, I think they're bringing that back on this one, where they what's called. So I believe the way that they're gonna do it for this one is she's probably gonna have her ankle monitor. You're probably gonna be able to play as Jason, and that's how the beginning scene is gonna show off, like the tutorial of you switch in and, you know, characters and stuff. And I heard there was a third person, like there's a third secret person or something like that. But I was like,
secret character?
Yeah, like I was like, how would they add that? That would be so random. I'm like, I don't think there's a third person. I think the third person that somebody probably might have seen, whoever wanted to leak that info, might have actually been the online. Because why would they not do the online? Like, you know what I mean? So I think,
like they did before.
Yeah, so I think that's how they might do it, where you could just switch like immediately from those two characters to the online mode, like how you were able to do on 5. And whoever leaked the info probably seen that and thought it was a secret third person, but it's like, no, they probably just gonna drop the online mode day one, you know. So, but yeah, man, I think so far, like I actually like both of them. Like I like the way that they got the Bonnie and Clyde story going on. I thought that was pretty cool. I really want to see like how this is really going to like work, because my theories on this, and I feel like the dude Jason is actually an undercover cop. Like I feel like that might be the whole thing, and possibly at like the end of the game you gotta make a decision if you're gonna kill the chick or not, or probably rat her out or something. Who knows? But I want to see how this game's gonna play out. Like I'm actually really excited for this game. Like really excited. Like I think the city, y'all, the city, dude. Y'all seen the city? Y'all seen how big that map is? It's actually way bigger than 5. And I thought 5 was pretty big. And like the level of detail in that game too. Like, in fact, there was one shot right when there was robbing the stores. Did y'all see how many chips is on that counter, bro? Like the store was packed with like chips, sodas, like. And they all look like there was actually like individual items that you could knock off the shelves. Like,
yeah, I did notice that.
Yeah, and like think about that, like all of that rendering in at the same time, while in the store actually looks like an actual store. Like when they put that thing side by side compared to GTA 5, GTA 5 store looks kind of crazy now. Like it just looks kind of crazy. And I thought the GTA 5 stores was hot. When I seen it the first time, I was like, oh snap, they got stores in here too. Look like 7-Eleven. But
now here's the big question:
people got Wawa now. No, you said what, bro?
Now, I was saying, now here's the big question: do you think we're able to go in every building this time? Is it going to be that grandiose, or do you think we're still going to be limited in some way or form?
So I heard they're supposed to be doing more interiors this time. Like they're supposed to be doing a lot more interiors this time. But I wonder how they're gonna do that, because like look at how big the map is. Like Rockstar must be
Verticality.
Yeah, like they must be.
That's how they're gonna do it. Like in buildings, right? Like they're just like utilizing the inner space of all those all those buildings and making them functional, and that's how they're gonna do it. I think, and from my understanding, it's gonna be like this verticality where like GTA, you know, there wasn't like this, you know, ability. Now there will be.
You know what? Like how they did in what's that game? Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk like feels big, but there's certain buildings, right? When you go inside of them, they make it feel like larger, but it's because you're just going up the building the whole time. So it's like now it just gives you a bigger like sense of scale. So you're like, oh man, this feels big, bro. You're able to go inside the buildings and blah blah blah. Mind you, you're just in one building though, just running up the floors.
Yep.
But it just feels
it gives you a sense of space, right? Yeah. Like this like larger sense of space.
Yeah, like it's crazy. You know what's
especially crazy? Like in Cyberpunk, there was this multi-level.
Yeah, it was crazy. They were nice though. So, let me ask you guys something too. What exactly are you guys looking like? Like, what do you want from this game? Like what are you guys like looking for? Like, if that makes sense, like.
Better, like I'm always looking for amazing car mechanics and to have a great like driving experience, because I like driving games too. But I'd like for it to really live up to what GTA 5 has, but really like then some for the 5M community, like for all my role playing buddies and myself and all of us who actually are out there role playing, which is quite a lot of us. Yeah, that's one of the things I'd really like to see is Rockstar making sure that they cater to that audience. That for me, that's personally what I look forward to the most, aside from the game itself.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. I want to see them keep going with the online aspect of it. While GTA 6 is going to be phenomenal, I think that the online aspect is what's going to carry that game for years and years to come. But also, with that being said, I definitely would love to see them, you know, continue to do more story content as well. You know, give us expansions, give us, you know, different updates. You know, continue on with these two characters. I would love to not see it end as well. But yeah, I think the online aspect, with the online aspect, there's just so much you can do, especially when you get it into the hands of modders. It makes it so that there's like anything is possible. So I don't want to put too much pressure on them. Just, you know, keep the online aspect of it alive, give it into the hands of modders. That way there's nothing in the game that can't be done once it's in the hands of modders.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree. I agree too. Like, yeah, I'm definitely looking for it. Like, I want the online mode to be like great, because I feel like, yeah, Rockstar makes great games, but when it comes to their online mode on certain stuff, it's really good, and they have the potential to make it like great. But then it's like, I don't know, they fall short sometimes, and then when you turn to like stuff like 5M, that's where it's like it gets really great at. Like that's where it's like you see that potential. You know, like
have you tried playing GTA Online recently?
No, not recently, like, but I've gone back before.
I've been stuck in loading screens for so long. Like some days I'm just like, am I ever gonna get connected with other players or no, or this or that? Or I just end up doing a lot of the jobs alone as much as I can, like the ones that I can. I'll do them alone, because like the waiting times are just insane. And I get it, like, you know, like they have a lot of things going on with like the player base and servers and rah. But you know, like it makes it not enjoyable when you pop in a game and you want to play and you're there waiting for 2 hours. You know, like just to load in. Excuse me, part of my language, but you know, like you're waiting there 2 hours to, you know, just get in this one game that you're trying to do, and it's and oftentimes the games would drop, and you know what I mean. So you're just like sitting in this never-ending loading screen, and that's just not fun either. So
yeah.
And I think a lot of that has to do with the old systems that, you know, GTA 5 was built off of. I think I remember it originally came out on the PS3, so they just been building upon that. I think with this next one, it should definitely get a lot cleaner, because they'll have a whole new system that they're an engine that they're working off and everything. But I think it's just because it's building off of that PS3 version of the game, and it's just really so old at this point.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree. Like that engine is the PS5 engine is gonna be great, and especially now that I feel like with Rockstar's new engine or whatever they got, because that thing looks amazing. But with whatever they're working with right now, like, because Rockstar got they're working on the Golden Glove, man. Like their engine looks crazy, dude. Crazy, man. Just even still thinking about, because Red Dead Redemption 2 is just like. It still looks good.
You know what? Actually, there is some other stuff that I would love to see. I would like to be able to really get that get more real life stuff incorporated into the game. Things like, hey man, let's go see a boxing match. Let's go see a UFC match. Things like that. I really want them to double down on that aspect. I think that would be really, really great if you can just go to a boxing match between two well-known boxers in the game. That would be crazy.
I felt like they started doing that with GTA 5, so hopefully they do go more, because I remember you can go watch movies in GTA 5 and actually head down there and sit at the movie theater and everything. So I'm hoping that they could do more too, because I remember in what was it, 4 you can go to the pier and go bowling and stuff, and take the chicks on dates out there and take them to the pier and stuff, even though some random stuff always ended up happening. For some strange reason, my dates would always run off, but whatever. That's a story for a different day though. But I know on 5, I don't know, man, they got a bunch of different stuff that I'm waiting to see. What I'm really waiting to see is the police interactions. I really want to see how the police interactions are going to be, because Rockstar's been talking about the police interactions are going to be completely different. They were supposed to be more real, and I've noticed that there's actually different departments. I know in GTA 5 they had I think it was only different departments once you went to the countryside. But on this one, I believe there's actually three or four different departments on this one, which shows how big the map's actually about to be and stuff. But I really want to see how this is going to play out. I'm glad we had this discussion, guys. I'm really looking forward to GTA 6 and everything. Is there anything else anybody wanted to say before we close this out?
No, I think we pretty much covered everything that I think I wanted to cover. Anyways,
because Verge,
same. I enjoyed the conversation with you guys. It was yeah. I definitely liked hearing you guys' perspective.
Okay,
for sure. Yeah. Always a pleasure, gentlemen.
Well, you guys make sure you guys drop some comments down. Let us know how you guys felt about the GTA 6 trailer, or how you felt about GTA 6 in general, and also make sure you check out the oh man, I'm about to mess up on my whole thing, because make sure you check out the description below. Join the Discord and everything. Let's grow our community, guys. You guys take it easy, okay? See ya.